I'm not your mate.
Because that's what we're filming for.
No.
Huh?
No, you can't.
I'm just talking to you.
You're
That's what you're filming these buildings for.
You're not just talking to me. I don't want to talk to you.
Okay. Well, why are you filming in this public place?
You've just answered your own question. See you later.
Well, not really, because I'm talking to you, aren't I?
You're not talking to me because I'm not talking to you.
Okay, I just want to know why you're filming this property here, because this bit's not public, is it? It's private. So why are you filming it?
Do you mind getting away from me?
Hey?
Do you mind getting away from me?
You've got plenty of space to move around.
Yeah, and you're the one with guns and weapons all over you.
Okay,
Get
well,
away.
I'm just talking to you, aren't I?
You're not talking to me, I've told
Okay,
you.
well, just be careful what you're filming, mate, alright?
What do you mean by that?
Because that's private property.
So what?
So if you're filming into people's private property, okay, you could be committing offences.
What
right?
offence?
Voyeurism.
The officer weakens his own argument from the very beginning by asking why the auditor is filming in a public place. As the auditor correctly points out, filming in public is completely lawful. The situation becomes even more ridiculous when the officer suggests the auditor could be committing voyeurism. That is a serious allegation with no factual basis. Under Section 67 of the Sexual Offences Act 2003, voyeurism involves observing or recording someone engaged in a private act without their consent in circumstances where they expect privacy. Here, the auditor is simply filming the outside of a business that is visible to anyone walking past. There is no private activity, no expectation of privacy, and no evidence of any offense. Suggesting this is voyeurism shows either a misunderstanding of the law or an attempt to intimidate someone who is acting lawfully.
If you're filming into someone's private property, I don't think it's funny, because you're alarming people in this area, aren't you? There's members of the public that are getting quite alarmed by your filming.
Don't make anything up here.
I'm not making anything up. There's members of the public getting alarmed by your film. You're filming in a public place at other people's property, so they're getting quite concerned about it.
And
so
it's, not against, it's not against the law. I haven't broken any laws. Now once again, get lost.
Don't tell me to get lost. Alright, I'm in a public place. You don't speak to me like that.
The irony is impossible to ignore. The same officer who questions the auditor's right to film in a public place suddenly insists on his own right to remain there when the auditor tells him to leave. You cannot apply two different standards to the same public space. Either everyone has equal rights to use it, or they do not. By claiming rights for himself while trying to deny those same rights to the auditor, the officer weakens his own position. Instead of supporting his argument, he highlights the inconsistency in his approach and reinforces the auditor's point.
Okay, so if you're going to speak to me like that, that'll be classed as antisocial behaviour, won't it?
Right, there's no good outcome of me talking to you, so I'm not going to be talking to you.
Well, I'm talking to you. So now you're committing antisocial behaviour, I want your name and address. You can film me, mate. You've committed antisocial behaviour. You can stay there now. Telling me to get lost, filming like that, and you're alarming members of the public. Under
filming
Section
like
50,
what filming have you
under
seen
Section 50, the Police Reform Act 2002,
what filming have you seen me do?
are required to give me a name and address.
What film have you seen? What
Under
film have you
Section
seen
50,
me do?
under Section 50 of the Police Reform Act 2002, I'm requiring you to give me a name and address. If you refuse to do so, I've just told you.
What do you want my details for?
If you refuse to do so, because you're committing antisocial behaviour in public, mate.
The officer then relies on Section 50 of the Police Reform Act 2002, claiming that the auditor saying, "get lost," amounts to antisocial behavior and therefore justifies demanding his personal details. That interpretation stretches the law well beyond its purpose. Section 50 allows officers to request a person's name and address only when they reasonably believe that person has engaged in antisocial behavior likely to cause harassment, alarm, or distress to others. Simply telling an officer to "get lost" during a disagreement may be impolite, but on its own it does not automatically meet that legal threshold, especially where there is no evidence that members of the public were affected. Using the legislation in this way gives the impression that it is being used as leverage rather than for its intended purpose.
Right, telling police officers to get lost, you're committing antisocial behaviour in public.
I don't like your approach to me.
Okay, I'm only talking to you.
You're not, I don't want to talk to you.
And I'm recording you as much as you are me, okay?
So what? I don't
so
care
I'm asking you to give me your name and address under Section 50 of the Police Reform Act 2002.
And what are you going to do with those details?
If you don't give it me, I'm going to arrest you under that act.
All right, and if under the threat of arrest, my name's Matt Williams.
I'm not threatening you with arrest, I'm explaining it to you.
You just threatened me with arrest.
It's not threat, let me explain it to you.
So take my details.
Okay, name and address then, mate, yeah?
Matt Williams.
Is it Matt or Matthew?
Matthew.
1 T or 2?
2.
Williams. Is it Williams?
Yes. How can you regard me taking a video from a public street as antisocial behaviour?
When I've tried to speak to you, you've told me to get lost.
I've told you multiple times I didn't want to talk to you.
You keep pointing your camera, alarming members at public. There's people over there looking at you, and you're filming people, so you're causing harassment.
Are you saying they're alarmed?
Okay.
Are those people alarmed?
So you are causing harassment.
Are you seriously telling me those people are alarmed?
You can film me all you like, mate.
Are you seriously telling me those people over there are alarmed?
You're concerning people, and you're pointing it at a busy road.
So what?
When challenged, the officer changes his explanation and claims the auditor's filming is alarming members of the public. However, the people he refers to simply walk into the building without stopping, complaining, or showing any obvious concern. There is no clear evidence that anyone has been distressed. Instead of identifying specific facts, the officer appears to rely on assumptions. He even suggests that filming a busy road is somehow suspicious, despite there being nothing unlawful about recording from a public place. Effective policing should be based on objective evidence, not speculation or unsupported assumptions.
Pointing it at a busy road, what's the offence in that?
To get lost, is it?
Well, I told you not to talk to me in the first place, yet you've persisted and harassed me.
I have to, don't I? It's not harassment, mate, is it? When I'm
don't
investigating
call me mate, I am not your mate.
It's a colloquial term.
No, it ain't. Not with me, it ain't.
Do you have any identification on you?
No.
Have you got anything where I can prove your identification?
No.
Well, I don't know you are who you say you are then, do I? So how can I clarify you are who you say you are? How can I clarify that if you've got no ID on you? You've not got a bank card or anything like that?
I'm not obliged to carry any ID, am I?
No, you're not, but I need to confirm you are who you say you are.
I've just told you who I am. What's come up on your computer there?
On my computer, lots and lots of Matthew Williams.
At my address?
Not at your address, at lots of different addresses. I can't find one at your address right now because it's come up with lots and lots of different ones. If you give me a date of birth, I might be able to find you a bit quicker.
You've made up an absolute load of rubbish here.
I haven't, mate. It's all recorded.
Me, video recording on a street, filming that interesting building over there is not antisocial behaviour.
It is the way you've spoken to me though, isn't it?
The officer later confirms that he relied on Section 50 because the auditor told him to get lost. If that is the sole basis for demanding identification, it raises serious questions about whether the legislation was applied correctly. Section 50 exists to deal with genuine antisocial behavior that affects members of the public, not to respond to criticism or disrespect directed at an officer. If ordinary verbal disagreement is treated as sufficient grounds for exercising police powers, there is a risk that legal authority may be used in situations it was never intended to cover.
All I've done is approach you, and that's why you're filming.
What, and you don't like being told to get lost after I've told you loads of times I don't want to talk to you? What station are you out of?
Me, I work at Cotton Lane Police Station on response. Okay, mate, let's have a look.
No, don't call me mate.
Okay, you just called me mate a minute ago. You said you don't like that term, but you've just used it.
When did I call you mate?
Just now. Just now, when you pointed down there, you called me mate. So it's kind of contradictory, isn't it?
Well, don't call me mate.
Okay, no worries, there's no marks on you or anything, you're not wanting to do anything. All I'd ask is just be, when people are driving traffic around on a busy road and that's actually a private building, just be careful where you're filming. If you want to film in public, that's fine, okay? But pointing your camera into a private building...
No, it's obviously not fine, because you come sticking your nose into what I'm doing.
You're being rude again, aren't you? There's no need to be rude, I'm only talking to you.
Well, you don't need to tell me.
Stop getting all aggressive then.
The officer's behavior is full of contradictions. After approaching the auditor, questioning his lawful activity, and treating him with suspicion, he suddenly says, "You don't need to be rude. I'm just talking to you." However, this was never an ordinary conversation. The officer had already challenged lawful filming and suggested criminal offenses without evidence. When the auditor objects, the officer immediately criticizes his response instead of reflecting on how the encounter began. It creates the impression that the officer is more concerned with the auditor's reaction than with the justification for his own actions.
Am I aggressive? I'm not aggressive.
Clenching your teeth,
I haven't raised my hands.
Clenching your teeth and speaking aggressively.
You're making absolute rubbish up now.
All recorded, mate.
You're making rubbish up.
All I'm doing is giving you some advice, Matthew, okay?
Well, I don't
just
want
be
your
careful where
advice.
you're pointing the camera.
I don't want your advice. I don't need your advice.
I'm quite sure if someone's pointing a camera in your house, you wouldn't like it. So just be careful where you're pointing that camera, okay? Don't go filming people's private property.
From this public street, I will point this camera wherever I want.
All right, no, well, not in people's private property, you won't. All right, or we'll be speaking again, won't we? Okay, take the advice or not, it's up to you. All right, thanks for your time.
The officer's final comparison, that someone pointing a camera into a private home would be upsetting, does not match the facts of this case. The auditor was standing on a public pavement filming the outside of a commercial building, not looking into anyone's private residence. There is a clear legal and practical difference between recording a business from public land and filming private activity inside a home. Throughout the encounter, the officer repeatedly shifted his justification. He first suggested voyeurism, then relied on Section 50, later claimed members of the public were alarmed despite no obvious evidence, and even argued that filming a busy road was suspicious. Each explanation appeared only after the previous one was challenged. The contradiction became even clearer when the officer insisted that he had every right to remain in a public place after being told to leave, while questioning the auditor's right to stand in that same public space and film. Applying one standard to police officers and another to members of the public undermines confidence in fair and consistent policing. By the end of the encounter, the discussion had moved away from clear legal reasoning and towards increasingly weak justifications. The auditor remained calm, challenged each point with reasoned arguments, and continued exercising his lawful right to film. The encounter serves as a reminder that police powers should always be exercised on the basis of evidence and the law, not assumptions or personal opinions. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support helps me continue producing independent coverage. Also, be sure to check out Colin Johnson. You'll find a link to his channel in the description, so go and show your support. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.